Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not filmed in a long time. I have not sat down and filmed in a long time, so this feels really strange. As you can probably tell from the title, today we're going to be doing a Freshest Q&A. I know a lot of you guys are starting uni soon, and I remember being so nervous before uni, and I wish there were more like study tubers back when I started, because I would have loved to have just binge watched videos like these. Nowadays there are so many content creators that make content like this, so for you guys watching this, I'm sure you're going to watch this video and many more to get as much advice as you possibly can, because it is such a nerve-wracking time. So I thought I would do a little Instagram Q&A. So I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram. I just want to give a disclaimer though that this is just based on my experience at my uni. So some of the answers to these questions you might be like, oh, that wasn't my experience though, or that's not how it was at my uni. So if you have any more kind of insight to shed on a question, just comment it down below, and we can just, you know, get a discussion going in the comments. Okay, so first question, is drinking with unknown freshers okay? / how did you feel about going out in a new city with people you barely knew? Okay, so I touched on a lot of this in my first year uni experience video, that personally I did find it very strange drinking and getting drunk with people who were strangers. And I feel like that's partially because for me, I've had the same friendship group since I was like 13. And obviously those are people that I really trust, my friendship group from home. So yeah, it did feel strange, but is it okay drinking with people you don't know? Yes, that's totally fine. I mean, everyone there at Freshers doesn't really know each other. Most people are strangers to each other. So you're all in the same boat drinking with strangers. And to be honest, it's a great way to kind of break the ice and make new friends, you know. I naturally, during my freshers week of first year, didn't get as drunk as I would normally do at home, just because I was more kind of, from a safety perspective, I was like, I don't want to feel too out of control when already like I don't trust anyone here and I don't know the city well at all. Okay, someone said, do you think it's possible to join every party during freshers without dying? Yes, it's definitely possible. I don't have experience of that, because partying, I'd like to do it every now and then, but it's not my thing. I've never like drunk every night of freshers, but you can definitely do it. I mean, people do it. You should just make your experience what you want it to be, and if that's the experience you want from freshers, getting drunk every night, then do it. But you won't die, but trust me, you will feel ill, because I felt ill just from drinking a few times in Freshers Week. So you'll definitely feel ill and hungover, but you know, if that's what you want from your Freshers experience, then go for it. I got quite a few questions on whether I recommend buying Freshers wristbands or would I recommend waiting till you get there. Are Freshers wristbands worth it? So I said this last year when I did like a uni series giving advice, but I do think Freshers wristbands are a scam. They kind of just take advantage of the fact that like they know that you guys are nervous to start, and so they want to like basically rip you off so that you feel before you've gone like you have your Freshers Week planned. You know, you have a wristband that will get you into an event every night, and so you feel more secure, and they kind of prey on that, which really isn't fair, but people want to make money. But I would recommend not buying it before you get there, because you might have bought the Freshers wristband and actually find out that all of your flatmates, you know, none of them have bought the Freshers wristband and they plan on doing other stuff, or that they only plan on going to 2 or 3 of the events that the Freshers wristband includes, and so you've just wasted your money. I would just wait and see until you get there, which I know kind of adds to your stress, because it's like you don't have your freshers planned, but it's just a waste of money in my opinion. And if you get there and you don't have it and your flatmates have it, you can always buy it. It's really hot in here. I've got the windows shut because having them open makes noise on the camera. Okay, best hangover cure / tips on managing a hangover. So okay, if you drink, you can't avoid a hangover, you just can't. Let me give you my best tips. Okay, so if you think about it with hangovers, you've got the 2 main things, and that's a headache and that's a stomachache / feeling sick. It's simple, just hydration. So what I do is, whilst I'm getting ready for a night out, so I'm doing my makeup, I make a conscious effort to drink as much water as I can, so that before I start drinking, my body is already hydrated. The most important thing, the thing that I'm most grateful for when I get back from a night out, is that I fill up my water bottle and I put it in the fridge, so that when I get back I have a nice cold... Oh, the sun has gone. The sun has disappeared. But anywho, when I get back from a night out, I'll have a nice cold bottle of water, and I just drink that whilst I'm taking off my makeup. Again, it'll keep you hydrated, and you'll find that you are really dehydrated when you get back from a night out. All throughout the next day, just make sure you're drinking plenty of water, take your paracetamol. And then as for the stomach aches, there's nothing you can really do for that. I find, or like feeling sick, I find that a hot water bottle really helps my stomach. Does Freshest flu really exist / what's the best way to prevent or treat Freshest flu? Yeah, Freshest flu is very real. It's not a myth. But you won't always get it during actual Freshers week, but at some point in your first term you are bound to get ill. It just does happen. Being in a new environment with new people, you just are going to catch it off someone, and you just can't avoid it. You just will. You'll have a really nasty chesty cough, and you'll have a runny nose all the time. You'll just sit in lectures within the first like month of uni. Everyone will be coughing. It'll just be one cough after another, after another, after another, and it just will get you. You just will be a victim to it at some point, and you just treat it like any other flu really, just medicine. Keep yourself hydrated, drink Lemsip. There was this guy in our block in first year who everyone just knew as Lemsip because he drank Lemsip every single day of Freshers to avoid getting the Freshest flu. I don't know if it worked for him, but definitely take Lemsip with you to uni. Okay, let's talk about being a non-drinker at uni. I can't give first-hand experience because I've never been a non-drinker. Basically, the questions are, how do you survive Freshers as a non-drinker? How do you enjoy Freshers without alcohol? Can you still make friends? Can you still enjoy Freshers if you're not into drinking and going out? So you definitely can, because I know people who have been non-drinkers at Freshers. My brother's about to go to Freshers and he's not a drinker, he's not into clubbing or going out. So it's definitely possible. You can definitely still make friends, and drinking is not like the only basis of being friends, and it shouldn't be. Like, you make friends with people regardless of whether they drink or not. That's like a personal choice, and if people aren't accepting of you because of that, then they really they're not worthy of being your friend, you know. And you should be able to do everything everyone else does and enjoy it without drinking, and they should still include you despite you not drinking. Like, I know people who can still enjoy nights out without drinking. I think in that case it might be more important to make sure that you enjoy the people you're with and that you enjoy the music. And also, you don't have to go clubbing during Freshers. Or even if your flatmates want to go clubbing, you can just say to them like, look, I'm not into drinking or going out, so let's do stuff during the day together. And that way you can still bond with your flatmates. Even if you're not going clubbing with them and getting drunk with them at night, you can do stuff with them in the day. Even like, you could still join in pre-drinks but not drink alcohol and just play the games, and then they go out and you stay in or go to bed or whatever. Like, you can still bond with people even if you're not a drinker. Next question is about making friends. So how to make friends. What's the best way to meet new people? How to meet new people even though it's awkward, lol. I think the best way to meet new people is just to make sure that you're out of your room. Like, that's it. Whether that's to make sure that you're in your kitchen or communal area making friends, or to make sure you go to socials. As long as you are there at the social event, you're doing well, you know. And whilst you're there, you'll find it easier because people will just approach you. People want to make friends. As I said, everyone's in the same boat, and people just will come up to you, and you should also go up to people. And it's just small talk. Like, people generally just ask each other like, what's your name, what course are you doing, what's your hometown. And also, I want to say quickly from my experience that Freshers, and just in general, I should have put this at the beginning of the video, but Freshers is not the be all or end all of your social life or your uni experience. Like, just because you have a bad freshers week does not mean anything about how you're going to make friends or whether you're going to eventually make friends. Like, personally, my first year freshers was not good. Like, I was a mess. I was not as social as I could have been with my flatmates, and I still ended up becoming best friends with my flatmates and living with them for 2 years. I lived with Lydia for 3 years. I just went at my own pace, and I knew that, like, even if I don't get close with these people during freshers week, I literally have the rest of the year that I'm living with them, and if we become friends, we become friends, and we just did. Like, we all really got on. So yeah, I just want to like place emphasis on that freshers is not like definitive of who you're going to be friends with. Okay, how do you deal with confronting flatmates about kitchen/food problems, etc.? Okay, so this is so normal at uni, and I'd say anyone that you talk to about this, there has always been that one person in your flat or house at some point during uni who would just drive you crazy because they don't wash up, they don't clean up after themselves. So I'd say if it's someone you're friends with, you can kind of make a joke out of it as a way to kind of tell them to clean up after themselves. But if you don't get on with them, or you're not that close to them like enough to like make it into a joke kind of thing, just tell them. I mean, it's very common for people to send like hostile messages in your flat group chat, and I don't see a problem with that. Like, at the end of the day, uni is stressful enough, and what adds to that is coming into your kitchen and just feeling disgusted. And at the end of the day, it's not a problem, and just because you confront someone, it doesn't mean you have beef with them. I never had any conflict with my flatmates, and I would confront them about kitchen or food problems, or most of the time it was noise. If I was trying to get to sleep and my flatmates were like up talking in the kitchen, it was too loud, or in our second year when we lived in a house, if they were talking kind of on the stairs and it was keeping me up, I'd just be like, can you guys like actually go downstairs and like talk down there because I'm trying to sleep. So like, honestly, don't be afraid to confront flatmates, because it will just become normal at uni. Like, at the end of the day, you all have to live with each other. It's not fair if someone is keeping you up at night and you're not getting your sleep, or if someone is really leaving the kitchen in an unacceptable state. Like, just because you confront them doesn't mean like, oh, that's our friendship over. It doesn't have to cause tension within your relationship if it's done just like in the right way, and if they're an understanding person, then it should be completely fine. Yeah, I really hope this video was helpful, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash a thumbs up down below, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.